and gentlemen. Dr. Kavita Sharma set the stage for providing a broad overview of India and its children's outside. She did mention about affinity to a nation state, and even mentioning about people migrating and the multiple allegiance coming, and where the concept of nation state is threatened. So these we go across many of the time, and I am going to devote my time to the topic Indian diaspora linkages, and I have more made it as a PowerPoint to make it easy. South Asian study abroad program at Gujarat University and GOPIO conference. The plenary session is Indian diaspora, linkages and synergy. The session is on developing linkages between the Indian diaspora and India. Now let's look at the setting the stage, what I'm going to talk. I want to do it in about 12 to 15 minutes. Looking at the variety of factors linking the Indian diaspora with India. There are social, development, educational and philanthropic linkages, technology, healthcare, professional linkages, linkages through religious institutions, regional, area-wise, even and town-based groups, role of GOPIO, Pravasi Bharatiya Divas, Ministry of Indian Affairs, and state initiatives such as done by Gujarat, Kerala, Punjab and other states. Now look at what is Indian diaspora. We have been talking about Indian diaspora, some people say 25 million, 30 million. I have made some estimate through the various census published by various countries. I would consider this a little more closer to the actual number. North America, my estimate is about 4.8 million people right now. Leaving aside the last one, which is Sri Lanka, Nepal and Mali, we don't consider Pakistan and Bangladesh in our setup for political reasons. The second largest, the largest is North America, and it's going to go up by about 125,000 people every year. Because America still needs people. We have a lot of people coming and producing kids there when they come as students and IT professionals. Canada is still open for migration. So you can see that the migration of Indians to America and Canada is going to be big. Likelihood that within the next 10 years we might surpass the Jewish community. They are about 6 million people, we are about 3.5. The way in which we are going, the growth, it will be much bigger. We will reach the same level as Jewish community in about another 8 years. Going back, let me go back, I think it is of interest to many of the academic people where they are constituting. In North America, mostly first generation or second generation Indian. South America, Trinidad, Guyana, Suriname, Jamaica, about 1.6 million, mostly the people who migrated fifth generation 115 years ago. And Europe, the UK of course have earlier migrant as well as the first generation and second generation. The Netherlands has the people who migrated from Suriname, largest community of Indians, Indian people of Indian origin in Netherlands is from Suriname. Then Germany, Australia, all first and second generation people who have gone there. Africa, all the migration, South Africa, Mauritius, East African countries. And that 2.7 million, I may increase it maybe another 500,000 people, because when I talk to people in Reunion and all, there's a large population. The French speaking in some other countries, Middle East of course 4.5 million, but they are contract laborers. Far East, Southeast Asia, about 4.2 million. Malaysia is the biggest. Myanmar is another big country with large population. Pacific Islands, Fiji, Australia is still growing. Australia and New Zealand is one of the fastest growing community right now. And then Sri Lanka, Nepal, this is some estimate about 5.5 million. Now I'm going to take each of these linkages between India and people of Indian origin living outside India. If you look at the linkages for the independence movement, role played by Indian groups like India League in England, India League in America. The first revolutionary movement happened in USA, the Ghadar movement, which was of course banned initially by US government. So that was another linkage of the Indian community groups with India, beginning in the 1900s. Then of course people started moving in large numbers to other countries. So we have all the recent ones where we have people in almost every country, maybe 130 countries. Now let's look at the cultural, social, development, education and philanthropy linkages. As I talk, I will also bring out some of these issues which emanate from these linkages. Let's look at cultural. Of course, people all say you can take an Indian out of India, but not India out of an Indian. There is strong cultural link between the diasporic Indians and India. And look at organization level. The older diaspora, which include the Caribbean, Mauritius, Fiji, South Africa, Malaysia, and Sri Lanka, the cultural ties are very strong. And when they talk about linkages of the countries from this older migration, there are more emphasis on cultural linkages. Unlike people in the United States, Australia, or USA, Canada, and other places. So for them it is the cultural linkages are the most important factor. Now when we look at the newer diaspora, UK, USA, Canada, Europe, Singapore, Australia, New Zealand, South America, for us it is multiple. It goes technology, health services, educational, investments, real estate, as Chandubai said, investing in India, good opportunity, and even somewhat of political linkages too, because many of these overseas, they have their own overseas BJP, overseas Congress. Mayawati has not started any outfit yet, although if she comes to power, of course, we'll see another Mayawati party there. Or even, of course, this Akali Dal has their own party. So that is also linking. People somehow affiliating themselves with a political party. Then, of course, the contract laborers to the Middle East, they have, their agenda is entirely different. Basically, they go work, bring money, take care of their family. Close ties, family ties, all different kinds of ties associated, because they're almost like Indian citizens, but except on a temporary level, although there are some people who already settle there too. Now looking at cultural, social, there are, in the social area, there are local, national and international level. Basically many of the India Association, when they go, they celebrate the Indian Festival, Republic Day, Independence Day, hosting dignitaries teaching children of Indian languages. That is their social linkages with India. Then developmental issues, when we look at rural and village development, environmental related, I know there are several issues which our community have taken up. I know one case where this lead-free gasoline, it was one of the effort of one of our group, one of my friends from New Jersey, I'm talking about 15 years back, or more than 20 years back. So those kind of link, the influence which the diaspora is exerting on India, that, Indian setup, that, you have to take care of certain things. So these are the kind of linkages which we look at the development area. I know some of the groups like India Development Service, India Development Coalition, Society for Rural Development of India, Association of India's Development, and I know we have a good example sitting behind Dr. Nirja Arun. He is the one who from USA went to Kerala, setting up this microfinancing. Would you please stand? He has done. He's going to make a presentation later. So that is the outcome of the linkages between the diaspora and India. He is doing an extremely good job in terms of that particular work. Now look at educational. We have local groups, national groups, international groups. Good examples of Pratham, Asha for Education, Ekal Vidyalaya, American India Foundation, Children's and You, Shanti Bhavan, and several others. People are set up colleges, schools, hospitals. In philanthropic area, we have same local, national and international level. When I put this local, international, national level, because some of the groups are international. They have set up in various states, various countries, various cities. They do the fundraising, bring the money, support the activities. So these are the result of this interlinkages between Indian diaspora and the setup with people in India and various NGOs in India. Going philanthropic, American India Foundation, which actually started after the Gujarat earthquake. In fact, that was the beginning of a major foundation which is supporting various activities in India. Some of the committed people came forward to approach former President Clinton to head that particular foundation. We have Share and Care, Care and Share, NFIA Foundation, GOPIO Foundation, and Maharashtra Foundation. Some of the regional groups have done extremely good job. Groups like Maharashtra Foundation, I don't know about Gujarat Foundation, but Iowa has its own foundation. But we could talk about Federation of Kerala Association, Fokana, Federation of Malayali Association, then BSS, which is a nationwide international foundations. They come forward whenever there is a disaster and other activities, other events which happen, and several others. These are all contributing to the linkages of the diaspora to India. Now in technology, there are several national groups with chapters in different cities. Society of Indian Engineers and Architects, Association of Engineers from India, American Association of Scientists from India, Indus Nanotechnology, which we took the initiative recently because the whole technology is changing, so we want to bring cutting-edge technologies to India. Again, coming to the point of how we can link and how India can benefit out of mobilizing the community to benefit India. Healthcare, RP has a big program setting up various clinics and educating people. They just had the summit. Every year they have a summit. They just had a summit early part of this month in Hyderabad. British Association of Physicians of India, and even in regional, Kerala, Karnataka, all these medical colleges. That is something which has really come up. Like, the Association of Kerala Medical Graduates, Karnataka Medical Graduates, Bengali Medical Graduates. Sometimes people say, why do all these regional groups come? For me, it doesn't matter. Because as long as we can create and motivate a large number of people, whether they go to Kerala, Maharashtra, or Gujarat, it's still benefiting India. So I know Kerala Medical Graduates, they have a fantastic program, they have an annual program supporting many organizations, again contributing and resulting in major activity by the interlinkage of the diaspora. What happened? Something went wrong?
Time up.
Somebody here before I think the computer went off?
Time up.
I think